Your weekly pint of sports juice, presented by the Keys Leisure Centre, Preston. Eat, drink and bowl at the Keys sprawling beer gardens, lanes, arcade, bar and bistro. Let's go, lads. Get off your phone, you muppet.
Can't hooky.
Go. What have you got for us, Sam?
Oh, geez, straight to the point. You're going to hate me. We're going back to a food-based intro.
Yeah. Yep.
For the rest of your life,
Yeah.
Fish and chips or pizza?
Ooh. Pizza, because there's
What-
many varieties.
Yeah, as I say, is there a restriction to what pizza?
Margarita.
Fish and chips.
Or just margarita.
Just margarita.
I can't have anything else.
No.
Fish and chips then.
Yeah?
Is it just straight fish and chips or with potato cake?
just fish
dim
and
sim?
chips? Just fish and chips.
Oh, no, then maybe margarita.
Nah, fish and chips.
Because if it's fish and chips, you get all the varieties of your dim sims.
Potato cakes, dim sims, crab
fried,
sticks, etc.
steamed.
Yeah. No, still fish and chips.
Interesting.
Got more taste. Can you
I don't
put
know if I'd want either.
can you put tartare sauce on the fish?
No.
What-
Oh,
wait,
okay,
say-
no.
Say that again. Tate.
Tartare.
Tartare.
Tate.
Potato. Yeah, but go on.
God, pizza. You'd be pizza.
Yeah.
Not like just margarita though.
But a
You put a
good,
bit of chili
a
on
good
top?
margarita is good. Is
Oh, no, I agree with that.
great.
I agree with that. So
Fish
is
and
good
chips is always
chips.
just fish and chips.
You reckon?
Yeah.
But some places are better than others.
Yeah, absolutely. Some are too oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But pizza's the same, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Margarita's boring. They're both boring. Without the varieties.
I'm going to report. You said margarita is boring.
Yep.
I know who's
It is.
listening who loves margarita. They're boring.
boring.
No, it is
Absolutely.
good. Margarita is good. It's just there's other good ones too. So you may as well. Well, there is. They're all good. Pizza's great.
Oh, I love pizza, but not
It's
margarita.
like saying, my wife is great, but there's other ones out there.
I love variety.
Each
Oh,
to
what
their
a day to grounds there.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Sports Juice.
I'm already in
Your-
dangerous territory this week.
Having a good weekend.
No, I haven't.
Let's not entertain that one
No,
again.
no.
Welcome to Sports Juice, where we talk sports and sometimes food and other activities. Yeah,
Big week.
it's been a
Introduce yourself, Sammy.
Sammy,
Sammy,
producer
It's
Sammy.
funny he's wearing the Melbourne Ice jumpers now that they're back to winning on a regular basis. He wasn't wearing that at the
And
start of the
by a
season.
fair margin too.
Mm.
Yes, we will get all stuck into that. But to my right, we have
Thank you,
the
Sam.
tactical genius one, Andrew Hook, and opposite me is the enigma himself, Mr. Peter Cahill. Fellas, how are we?
I'm first personing myself on our socials.
Yeah, you
at the
are.
moment.
It's turning into Sports Juice with Pete featuring.
Well,
FEAT Enigma.
'cause I don't want to put you guys to it because you guys don't often agree with me. A lot of people don't agree with my sports opinions, to be honest. But I don't want to throw you two in the same boat.
No, I
I didn't want to
appreciate
throw
that.
you in the Jordan Boss boat because you didn't agree with me at first. That's why you made the bet
I
that
lost
he
the
wasn't
bet,
going to be a superstar.
4 years ago. I've been
And
proven
now,
wrong.
after the way he performed against
Paraguay.
unbelievable.
Played well.
Well, he played unbelievable.
What is that? World class performance. He was the best
That
player
was
for
a
the soccer.
world-class performance.
World class
Come
performance.
on,
He's
Pete.
on the World Cup stage. That's a world-class performance.
So what? Anyone who plays a World Cup game is a world class performer.
Well, I reckon he was the number one player on the ground.
He was up there, but it was a crap game.
Who was
let's
the
be
number
honest.
one player?
It was an ordinary
wasn't
game.
great.
It was an
Who was the
ordinary
best
game.
player on the ground then?
Well, I said he's up there, but
He
it
was
was an
number one.
ordinary game.
He was number one.
Yeah, no, but
Thank
just
you.
the standard of game wasn't great though. So I'm not going to go say world class.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But we got through. That was the main thing.
He'll get picked up by an EPL team after this performance in the World Cup.
I reckon he will.
He'll go pretty
hope so.
close. He'll
Yep.
go pretty close.
I hope so.
All right, let's start talking AFL, fellas.
Yes.
And we had Brisbane and Sydney last Thursday night.
They're
Brisbane,
back.
19 goals, 12, 126 to Sydney, 12 goals, 11, 83. Yeah, I think Brisbane's back.
Yeah.
Scary. You go through
Yeah.
the goal kickers, just a very, very nice spread.
Yeah.
Bailey, Cameron, Morris, all kicking multiple goals. Rayner hitting a bit of form after a rough start to the season.
Hitwood getting back amongst
Hipwood
He
getting
kicked one
amongst
goal.
it.
Yeah.
It's just more about Sydney, though. Have Sydney been found out? Because they had some very tight wins prior to this loss. They had the bye. They got Gordon back, but they were very ordinary. They were made to very second best.
Well, they were ordinary to an extent, but I also feel like some of their better players did play well on the night.
Oh, Warner.
Like Chad Warner was unbelievable.
Oh, 4 goals, 28 touches.
That goalie goal was unbelievable.
That was a great goal.
Oh,
It was
goal of the
goal of the
year.
year. Goal of the year.
Yep.
I reckon.
contender, I think.
Curnow was pretty good as well.
Yeah, 3 goals.
Yeah.
Heaney played okay, I thought.
Yep.
So, are they getting found out? Collingwood did show a blueprint of how to beat them a few weeks
They do have quite a
Yeah.
few injuries. I was hearing Dean Cox. They got like 15 on their injury list. And there's some good players there. Like no Papley, no McCartan.
Yeah.
I don't know McCartan played. Sorry, McInerney was
Mhm.
what I'm thinking of. And now apparently Amati's
I
got an
did hear that.
Achilles.
10 weeks. I
10
think.
weeks. So
Yeah.
he won't probably play till September.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, this Sydney team has played such great football, been exciting to watch. Yeah, they're an interesting watch.
But I guess like we've got to talk about this. This is what Brisbane have done for the last
Yes.
couple of years.
Mhm.
Okay, so they start the season slowly, they build up, and they do it really, really well. That's what they've done. So are we just seeing now the best of Brisbane, and this is what to expect for the rest of the year? Then they go forth and win another premiership.
It's almost like they've sort of swapped games, Brisbane and Sydney. You know, this is almost like the handout, like the changeover game. Like Sydney started,
changing of the guard.
yeah, to a degree. Sydney started really, really well. They've sort of faded away. Brisbane not the best starts. They're starting to ramp it up. So I think Sydney, they'll still be top 6.
Oh, they'll be around the mark.
They'll be top
Oh, I'll be top
six.
four.
I don't think
Well,
they'll be-
Sydney will finish top 4.
Yeah.
You reckon they're dropping off that much from second?
They
to-
haven't been that impressive.
No,
They're okay.
no.
Where
The
are they on the ladder right now? Let's
Last
just
2
have a
or
look.
3
Well, they're
weeks
still second.
hasn't been special.
I think there's a
Still
bit of a
second,
there's,
second.
there's a bit of a gap, isn't there, from second to the chasing pack?
Yes, and it's a big chasing pack as well.
Yeah, it is.
If you have a look at the 36, so you got Geelong in 4th place on 36 points, Brisbane 36 points in 5th, 36 points Adelaide in 6th, 7th place is Melbourne on 36, Western Bulldogs on 36 points in 8th.
What's Sydney on?
And then
Sorry,
Sydney is 2nd on 48. So they're a bit clearer.
They've got 3 games clear. I think they've got enough brownie points where they might lose a couple of games between now and the end of the run home, but I still think Sydney will finish top 4. And you know what's scary about Brisbane? They've still got McCluggage, Coleman, Oscar Allen, ought to still come back in this side.
Zorko as well.
Zorko's another one.
Oh.
Shit. And they're playing.
Their time in their run.
They-
Yeah,
and
their
that-
time in their run.
That was Brisbane at their vintage best.
Yeah.
Sydney were never in it
Yeah,
at any stage.
All right, well, it's a wait and watch with Sydney and Brisbane as well, because I think that they can even get even better, like you said. We can move to Hawthorn and GWS. 14 goals, 12.96. Hawthorn to GWS, 12 goals, 10.82. Bit of a procession every time that GWS sort of pressed. Hawthorn was good enough just to hold on.
They got the job
They
done.
got the job done.
And it's probably been Hawthorn's season so far. They've just been able to do enough in these sort of games. They haven't blown out a team I can think of throughout this season. They've had some good solid wins against top teams like Sydney at the G earlier in the season. I know the Giants are not the team we all thought. I think they're done.
Well, this is. Are they the team that we all think
They're
they are?
done.
Because it was a few weeks ago where they had that
14 goals against
unbelievable
Brisbane.
quarter, the record-breaking quarter, and then now they're sitting 14th on the ladder, 24 points. They're in struggle town, and a
more
lot
injuries.
of people are blaming the Toby Green trade talk.
That you can't
can't
know.
blame that.
What is no?
I don't know.
For team
I-
morale, no, but that's I think it's a deeper problem
for
than
the
that.
last 10 to 15 years, Toby Green has been the face of that club.
Well, since their existence, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Oh, look,
It would-
they've had a shocking run of injuries. And again, like Daniels is pretty much gone for the rest of the year. Gruski, the young forward, is out. Jesse Hogan,
Hogan's still out.
he's got a new injury of that broken finger. They just have not had a good run of it at all throughout this season.
I think they've run their course. I really do.
yeah,
They've been, what,
yeah.
in terms of
They've been sort of that's I don't know what
4th to 8th team,
second
second tier.
tier group of teams that haven't done much. They made the grand final, sure. Since then, though, I mean, they've had a couple of good years, but
Well,
nothing grand
That
final
was
worthy.
quite-
You
I
know,
guess that was quite a few years ago too.
Well, this is going to be the first year under
25th,
Kingsley they haven't
15th?
made the 8. No, 2019.
2019,
sorry,
yeah.
But then
That was against
2023,
Richmond.
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
They
that
beat
one.
Collingwood in the prelim.
yeah.
I was
They
in the
lost
back of the
your-
taxi in tears.
Yeah,
I
I know.
was.
Your wife, don't message Pete. He's in struggle town there. Thanks. But 2023, of course, they were very close to making it a grand final. They lost to you boys in the prelim. And then the last 2 years, they made finals without going very fast. So, yeah, I think Sam might be onto something. I think maybe the Giants as a finals contender, maybe going to have to put on the back hold for a couple of years, because if Toby Green leaves, there might be other players who are going to make the transition. You know, the likes of Cognilio, Hogan, you know, who've been solid performance. But
You've got Oliver there. He's an aging star. I know he hasn't been there the whole
he's
time
probably
for
winning
GWS.
he's
But
probably winning their BNF.
probably is
Hold
right
on,
now.
no.
But he is aging.
Yeah,
He's
true.
on,
No.
on the back end of his career,
How about-
on the front end of his career.
How about someone like Finn Callahan? He's probably thinking,
Yeah.
this Victorian club's going to be chasing after me. I
He's-
want to play in front of big crowds.
Is worth more elsewhere, I reckon. 100%.
Could be. Is someone like Cadman gettable?
Oh, absolutely. We saw what happened with Tom Boyd when he was only 2 years into his Giants career, and the Bulldogs picked him up for
Team
millions
should
of
be
dollars.
coming hard for him.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. I think, the Giants could be in some serious trouble in Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
Well, look,
How good are they? Are they really, really good? Are they top four worthy?
I think without Jack Gunston, their forward line doesn't look as threatening.
Yeah.
Like, I know they kicked the winning score, kicked 14 goals on the weekend,
Watson
but
kicked 3.
Watson's done a hammy. Well, he's got a hamstring awareness. He didn't play at all in the second half. Without Gunston and Watson, I'm going to be fascinated to see how well their forward line functions. Because other than that, they got Chol, they got Lewis, good players. And I think Hardwick will probably go up forward because that's what he's done in the absence of Gunston. But yeah, that might be a slight concern for Sam Mitchell, that without their two absolute guns up forward, they don't have the same potency.
I went ahead and did the ladder predictor over the weekend on Sunday morning. I had Hawthorn finishing, I can't remember, it was second or third though.
Ooh.
Yeah, they must have
They've got a good draw.
Yeah, I just went through clicking all the winners and I had them, finishing second or third, which is unlike me because I'd normally tip against them.
Yeah, well, didn't you say you had Collingwood 7th? So you must have been drunk still at the time of doing it.
They can make 7th. We got a good run of teams.
Yeah, well,
coming
the
up.
next 3 games. Well, we'll talk about
we
your
had
boys.
you
So,
and-
you've had a couple of soft kills, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Hawthorn. I still think, talk about second tiers.
tier team.
I think they're the
agree.
best
I
of the
agree.
second tier teams. I think
Yeah.
you got Fremantle, Brisbane,
Sydney.
or Sydney, maybe Geelong, probably
Yeah.
just in that top 4. And then Hawthorn's the next best. But Hawthorn on their day are capable of beating all those teams at the top.
True.
Well, I don't think they can beat a Fremantle.
Well, they nearly did.
I think
few
Brisbane and
weeks ago.
Sydney are capable of beating Fremantle. Not Hawthorn.
With everyone in their team, I think they can. They nearly beat
Maybe on the MCG.
They nearly beat them at Optus Stadium a month ago.
Yeah, maybe on the G things could be different.
Mm.
Talking about an easy kill, Carlton are beating West Coast 17 goals, 15, 117 to West Coast, 9 goals, 10, 64. The Josh Fraser train just rolls on.
6 in a row. And
Rolls on.
That's so scary.
probably the best thing about
I
this
hate
game. The best thing about this was the Cripps versus Harley Reid battle. There was a couple of times where Cripps tried to show his superiority and Harley got him down. There was a couple of times where Cripps tried to fend off and Reid actually the new master of the fend off was able to drag him down to the ground. But Carlton, I tell you what, this is still without Jacob. I know it's only West Coast, but without Jacob Wiedering for the last 3 weeks, they're only conceding 9, 10 goals a game. So Josh Fraser, not only are they playing more exciting footy, they're still very defensively solid. So he's doing an unbelievable job.
Well, they're going to get tested this week. They do have Hawthorn.
No, Carlton.
Carlton.
They play us, mate.
Oh, sorry. That's
Yeah,
the
they
week
will be
after.
tested on
That is
Saturday
the
night
week
against
after.
us.
No, they get the easy kill.
Show you the easy kill. You
out on the MCG, but then they have Hawthorn, then they have Collingwood. So a couple of teams that will test.
Well, Carlton's probably in that bracket of teams based on what they're dishing
Well,
up.
this is one of those games that possibly could play in a really important role around the wild card matchups.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about it. And they're all performing. You go to that Carlton team, there's not one standout performer. Like to the point where Harry Dean, here's a good question for you. If you had to pick a rising star right now, it's normally a midfield award, a bit like the Brownlow, but Harry Dean is a defender. He's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I would say he's probably more worthy than Jagger Smith, who's been, in Carlton's midfield all season, has put up some impressive numbers. But I'd love to see a key player win the Rising Star Award. I think Harry Dean is the number 1 contender.
If Josh Fraser can get one of the wins against Hawthorn or Collingwood, they'll sign him up.
Does he want it though? I don't think he wants it.
I reckon he does. As the weeks are rolling on,
There's been subtleties
It's
in his language. I think he does.
you'd start to believe in yourself, wouldn't you? Even if you truly did believe at the start, when you're Josh Fraser, right at the start of the whole process, you're like, I'm here, caretaker. You know, don't worry about me. I'm not going to be there for the process. But then you start winning. He hasn't experienced a loss yet.
No,
That's
if
true.
he gets at least just one of the wins against Hawthorn or Collingwood, Carlton fans will be all over it, especially if it's Collingwood, because the emotions will be high, and they'll go forth and sign Josh Fraser, I reckon.
the only thing is we've seen this in the past, not just with Carlton, but with a lot of other clubs. Yes, caretaker coaches do all right. There's a difference between a caretaker coach and then being full time. You go through all the having to deal with the board and the off field stuff.
Off-field stuff.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. We had Collingwood and Richmond out at the MCG on Saturday afternoon. It was an absolute blockbuster. 15 goals, 16, 106 to Richmond, 11 goals, 6, 72. It's, well, look, you actually even mentioned it off air. It was 10 minutes in the second quarter that Collingwood put Richmond to bed, and that was pretty much it. What we do need to talk about is two players for Collingwood. Jordan De Goey and obviously Nick Dacos. But Jordan De Goey is in his best patch probably since 2023 through that final
I'd say
series.
it's better than
I
that.
reckon
It's
it's
longer.
I think he's at his
I agree.
best.
Yeah, he's at his best now. No, I tend to agree with that.
It's the fatherhood, mate. It's the new responsibility in his life. 'Cause-
Lack of barley.
yeah.
I would maybe say it's his most consistent and best.
Yep.
But I think his heights in 23 were a bit
Well,
higher.
in big games and finals, it's it's hard to compare. But
True.
this is like an 8-week streak.
Yep.
Where he's getting 20 plus. He's kicking at least a goal a game. He's setting up goals.
That $5 I put in for the Brownlow doesn't look all that bad now.
No, but the only problem he's
He had a poor start.
He's gonna have a poor start. He's
gonna-
competing against Nick Dacos
he's
for
gonna get
votes.
votes stolen from him.
So Nick Dacos, we've got to talk about this guy.
Do we?
are witnessing greatness. We are witnessing absolute
Against
greatness.
Richmond.
No one. It doesn't matter who it's against. It's still at AFL level. No one has done this at the start of his career. At the start of their career.
Do I say it?
All right.
Do I talk about it?
What, the efficiency?
Yeah.
It doesn't. That doesn't matter.
No,
when,
Peter was really good.
On Saturday, I was really good, but
That's good.
83% efficiency.
and
3
score
goals.
involvements.
he actually hit the
Some of
scoreboard.
his own goals and then score involvements. I think I heard some sort of stat that him and his brother were in 29 score involvements or something like that. That's unbelievable.
Out of the 31 scores
Yeah.
he got, that is pretty good. Look, as you mentioned, though, this game was over in the second quarter. One, Richmond's turnovers, 91 points. What was Collingwood score in the end? Sorry. What?
106.
So that's only 15 points Collingwood scored without Richmond turnover in the football. So that umpiring us, that patch in the second quarter is. I know the umpires have copped a lot, and I know you're going to defend them, but some of the free kicks, my God. Backward, push Lockie Schultz in the back in the first place. You can't take a grab, please. But no, that second quarter
It
really
wasn't that
killed the
bad.
game off. It was a shocking decision. It
Wasn't
was
that bad.
terrible. But look, if you're going to put for positives from Richmond, it was a much better game in terms of the ball movement. Yes, they probably cut off far more than they can chew with trying to move the footy, and hence the reason Collingwood scored all those points with the turnover. But Tim Taranto, 4 goals, good game in the midfield, and Ryan Mansell, first game back since round 2, kicking 3 on return. So if you got positives, that was it for Richmond.
I seriously think this is a good outcome for you guys. How much experience Collingwood got in their back line. I think that's a good result for you guys.
Look, we had no forward line. So for Richmond,
16 points is not
It's not ideal.
not great for Collingwood, so I think that maybe played a
that
bit
will
into that
help.
margin.
Flattered the margin just a little bit. But no, it'll be interesting to see. I think Tom Lynch is back next week. So it'll be interesting to see if that makes a difference in terms of Richmond's potency up forward.
One more player I want to mention. Now,
I know exactly who this is going to be. I know exactly who it's going to be.
This is
Now,
like
Future Hall of Famer.
cut. What's the cut and paste
All-
function
all
on the
Australian,
keyboard?
all
Control
Control V?
Control C, Control V.
No. Well, he's actually starting to get some recognition now, and it's starting on social media.
It's all because of
I
this
heard
guy.
a phone caller call up this morning, SEN, pleading that this man needs to be included in the All Australian.
It was him.
Billy, it wasn't me. I do call SEN a fair bit, but it wasn't me this time. Billy Frampton. He needs to be the All Australian defender. Have you seen his numbers? They are freaking unbelievable. Without him, we can't even compete
Yeah, particularly about Darcy Moore.
About
Look,
Darcy Moore.
he's the number one linchpin in that back line.
in any back line, in the whole competition.
Look, let's see him.
Did he start to win you over on Saturday
I've-
afternoon?
everything you've said about him in terms of him just is a lockdown defender. I 100% agree with you, Pete. There's no doubt about it. Whether or not that's enough compared to the other defenders in the competition. Who are a little bit more.
Who's ahead of him?
Well,
You can name better players, but in terms
In
of
form,
form this year, who's actually ahead of him?
It's a fair call. Now that Wiedering is gone down, not that Wiedering had a good season before he went down.
Okay.
Sam Taylor's only just come back for the Giants with his hamstring problems.
So it's not him.
There's every chance, but you might be onto something.
Thank you.
Yeah, might be. But yeah,
don't give him that.
Well, but-
Come on.
well,
He has to earn that
Can you
shit.
think of another fullback right now?
Yeah.
Because Harris Andrews hasn't had a great, for his standards, a great year.
True.
But I tell you what, up against Ben King might be a little bit different compared to Lafau.
Well, this will be good.
a bit of a step up in class. to be honest.
This will be good. This will be a good test. And,
Yeah, it'll be a great
and
test.
if he can, I reckon if he can keep him below 3 goals, then
He's done well.
he's done his job.
Yep. Moving on.
We'll go with that. All right. Watch Ben King come out and kick 5.
I don't want to talk about this next game. This is the game that broke me.
Yeah, Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
same
too.
here.
Horse shit.
Same. Port Adelaide and Adelaide. This was a real surprise. 13 goals, 1997. Port Adelaide to Adelaide. 11 goals, 571. They let Butters and Horn Francis just run
Dominate,
free, didn't they?
Oh, is that Butters? He's making that Richmond contract look even more good next year. 37 touches, 24 clearances.
Where is he going? Because he's obviously going because the way he's talking, even in the
He's
media,
gone.
He's gone.
I think there's. I heard a real good opinion piece. He's got 3 choices: Geelong for a sustained success, Bulldogs for the emotional attachment, being a doggy supporter, Richmond for the money. And let's be honest, if
So is Richmond a realistic?
absolutely,
Why wouldn't they be?
18
Well, I
million,
heard, yeah, it was the talk that they can throw a lot of cash at him, which they can.
but they'll be able
So
to
is it
deal with.
going to actually happen?
But they'll be able to deal with Port Adelaide. We've got draft picks.
Yeah,
Those
true.
other 2 teams don't.
Mm.
So if Port want to do a trade, we're the number 1 pick.
Yeah, right.
So no, it'd be interesting. But look, he was unbelievable. And this probably showed, and I've talked about this, Adelaide's midfield. I know you mentioned last week Rochelle and Rankin can go in, but they just don't have enough depth. Port Adelaide's midfield smashed them.
Yeah.
And in fact, that scoreline,
19.
Mitch Georgiadis once again off colour with his boot. 3. He should be winning the common medal. I
Yeah.
think he's probably the best performed forward in the comp.
Yep.
He just can't kick like Waterman from West Coast. But yeah, Adelaide real disappointing. They started on a 4-game winning streak, had some good wins against the Dogs in Geelong, Melbourne last week, and then they dish out that in a showdown with all the emotion around Tony Modra.
We've said it once and we'll say it again. The showdown, the derbies, it doesn't matter where they are on the ladder. It's always you can get the upsets like this one.
Oh, absolutely. And Josh Carr, we know he had a real love-hate relationship with Adelaide in his playing days. He would have wound up the boys like no tomorrow in this game.
Adelaide now sit in 6th position on the ladder. They're amongst those teams that are on 36 points. So they're inside that important top 6 now. How do we see their season going? I find them really hard to pick sometimes because they had some good wins on trot, but some close ones at that. Are they part of this group? I sort of feel like a Western Bulldogs could sneak up in there. I sort of feel like if Collingwood get on a really good roll, they could sneak up in there. And they're probably the team that drops out. Because you look at the other teams, Fremantle's not dropping out, Sydney's not dropping out, Hawthorn's not dropping out. Most likely Geelong's not dropping out, and Brisbane's not dropping out. The only team that can drop out of that top 6 is Adelaide.
Well, Adelaide, you mentioned the Bulldogs, Melbourne, Collingwood. Well, Adelaide's knocked all of them off. So I think Adelaide are better. Pound for pound, I think Adelaide are better than all those teams that you mentioned. But losses like that, what we saw on Saturday night, makes you think it's just
A bit fickle at times.
a bit flaky. Flaky. So, yeah, look, on their day, they're very capable of beating anybody in this competition, but we just haven't seen it enough against the real top teams.
And Port always got enough on the park to get a win. Like I've said all season.
They're such a strange team.
They are a strange team at the moment. Hard to pick.
Well, if all those losses they had were under a kick.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of those turned into wins. We're talking Port Adelaide in the wild card.
Talking
positions.
possibly Josh Carr, coach of the
That's how
things
you know,
around.
it could be. Yep.
Well, we talk about flaky teams. North Melbourne and Essendon, 10 goals, 19. North Melbourne, 79.
Just read the score and move on.
Essendon, 9 goals, 11,
They've won 3 in a
65.
row now, North.
North, they're going all right.
No, they're not.
They
14 points against Essendon is not going all right.
10 goals, 19.
10 goals,
They-
19.
10 goals,
They
19.
could have absolutely flogged the absolute
29.
you know what out of the Bombers.
Not a good win.
No, it's not great. No.
They have not turned a page.
They've turned a page.
They have not turned a page.
They've turned a page.
No.
They
They've
should be better
improved.
than 14 points for Essendon.
You know what the scary
Yes.
thing is? They're 1 game behind the top 4.
I know.
Their last 3 games have been terrible.
It's because they're not that bad.
They've-
They've got good performers.
They've beaten West Coast,
Yeah, all right.
Richmond, Essendon. The bottom 3 teams in the competition.
That doesn't. A win's a win.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah,
But
true,
like,
you take the
At the
points.
same time, if you've turned a page, you play for percentage now against a team like this. I'm not one to talk because Melbourne haven't beaten them this year. Oh, sorry, we have once. Essendon, that is. So if you're actually a good team, these are the games you need to really very early.
But this is where they are in their timeline at the moment. They're
That's not good
starting to
enough.
get the wins that they should
That's not
get.
good enough. No, I'm sorry.
Last year they could have lost this game quite easily. Quite easily.
No. Last year they should have won that game. This year they should win it a lot easier.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who have North Melbourne got the next couple of
But
weeks? Can we
just
check
before just Sheasel, Uniacke,
Simkin,
Wardlaw,
McKercher?
those guys going through the midfield.
Mm.
It's a very good
That's-
midfield.
I mean, I'll take that over. Maybe not Dacos and Degoe, but the rest of the Collingwood midfield, I would take
Yeah, it's fair.
every
call.
single other player.
Yeah.
And that's without Tristan Sherry, who's out again, injured. Nick Larkey, 1 goal 5.
Yeah.
He's one
he
forward.
struggled this year.
He should be a
Struggled
lot
a
better
bit.
than what he's delivered. I don't know if it's the extra responsibility as captain, but once upon a time he was up there with a Coleman.
Mm.
He just hasn't hit any purple patch at all this season.
North have another winnable game.
Who they got?
They got Port
At
Port.
No, they're not winning that.
Oh, you reckon?
No.
They could. Though.
Well, the last time they went there,
No.
Adelaide kicked 10 goals in a quarter against them, so I'm not confident. After that, who they got?
After that, Collingwood. I'm
At
going to that one.
where at?
Marvel. So Collingwood don't like Marvel.
Yeah, that's winnable. That's a real 8-point game.
That's one
For
of
you boys.
those wild card games that
Yep.
we're talking about. Absolutely. Do we want to keep going?
It's one more after that.
One more week. Around 19, they take on. Oh, where are they? Hang on.
Melbourne at
Marvel.
At Marvel.
Ooh, and Melbourne don't play well at
They
Marvel
could win
either.
all of those.
Okay.
They could. They won't beat Collingwood, but they could.
They could beat Collingwood.
Yeah, no, they
If they win all 3 of those games, because like you said, they are all very winnable. They're all against teams that are actually higher above the ladder, except for Melbourne.
then they've turned the page.
Then I'm going to be with you, Pete. I'll jump on your bandwagon and say North Melbourne have turned the page. They've got to win all 3, though. All 3.
All 3.
Yep. All
2
3.
out of 3.
Nah,
Give me 2
all
out of
3.
3. Give me 2.
2 games at Marvel against a team that's no good at Marvel, and you boys who
We're not great.
not great at Marvel either, and then Port Adelaide. They've got to win all 3. They've got to win 6 in a row. Like
If they win 2,
if-
we're
gonna do a Carlton.
if Carlton can win 6 in a row, North Melbourne should be able to win 6 in a row.
If it's 2 out of 3, we're both right.
No.
No.
Well, that was a bit loud. No. I'm not giving you that one.
Another
Just
sticky game.
can't be wrong.
They've turned a page.
No, they haven't.
They're sitting in finals, wild card, whatever you want to
Where are
call
they,
it.
10th?
They're there.
10th?
I think they're 10th.
Well,
No, they're 9th. They're above Collingwood.
Turn the page. I agree with that one.
Fremantle Gold Coast, boys.
Fremantle Gold
Oh,
Coast.
after last year's final, this was meant to be a decent
I wanted
game.
to like this game. I really
Nah.
did.
Gold
and
Coast
it
have turned the wrong page.
wasn't. I agree with that.
Was that 4 losses in a row?
That is so poor. I know it's at Optus, sure, but that is a joke of
One-
a score.
They were on 11 points at halftime.
That's so bad.
3 goals for the game.
11 goals, 14-80. Fremantle Gold Coast, 3 goals, 11-29. And again, we talked about Butters leaving. We talked about Toby Green leaving. Is it all the talk of all the other guys from Fremantle leaving that this
Gold
this-
Coast, you mean?
Oh, Gold Coast, sorry.
Yep. No, I think
Is-
you're
is
right.
it probably-
I think there's some serious
There
disarming.
is that many blokes who have been talked about.
They're playing like a team that are playing for their individual futures rather than playing as a proper team. It's real concerning. And they were never in the races. We've talked about Gold Coast being defensively suspect and defensively not as strong at the contest. They improved in parts in this game, but to see a team that's got so much talent only kick 3 goals really shows there's a major disconnect within this team.
When it's really started to show was when Hardwick had a crack back at the media. Stop talking about our guys. That was pure frustration.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's a coach going, I know that some of these guys are leaving. They possibly haven't told me yet, and they're not playing to their standard.
And those players you mentioned, Ben King had no impact once again. Bailey Humphrey, is he the most overrated player in the I know there's the trade talk right now.
Early on, I wouldn't have said that. The first
No.
2 or 3 games, he was
Yeah.
kicking like
Unbelievable.
2-3 goals a game and
He
had a
5
massive
touches.
impact.
5. But yeah, I know. I
In
agree
my
with
fantasy
you.
as well. bench. Off the bench, but
because he has got the potential to be a top
I
player.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
So I think the go home factor is getting real for him. Fremantle,
We got to talk about them.
oh,
If there is one team to play for at the moment, I would 100% be on that Fremantle bandwagon. They look like they're having so much fun.
They're so even across the park.
Oh,
too.
they're
So
they're
even.
fun. They're all happy. It's just I'm proud of them.
the Purple Brigade.
I'm
And they're
proud
wearing
of them.
purple as well.
Yeah, I know.
They've never won a premiership. So
No.
if my team goes out of the finals, if we make it, Collingwood, I'm going for Fremantle.
I agree.
I'm all on the Fremantle.
I agree.
The
And
Docker trade.
tell Murphy
Luke
Reid.
Jackson. Yep, I'm there.
Sure.
He could win a Norm Smith.
Yeah.
He could win a Norm Smith. And that's,
Yeah.
Anna Brownlow.
kicked 2 goals again. Major impact in the
Don't
ruck.
steal it off my Nicky.
He's not
Don't
winning
you
it, mate.
dare.
He's not winning it, mate.
He's winning it.
He's in good form.
He's winning it.
I reckon he's got best on grounds the last 3 weeks.
He's leading right now.
But this is a Fremantle chat, not a Collingwood chat. Okay, so what do you think that costs?
I think I've managed to get Collingwood into every single game.
Murphy Reid. I tell you what,
Shut up.
he was picked 17 in the draft 2 years ago. I think about I know Sam Law's had a injury interrupted 2 years since he's been drafted. Is Murphy Reid, in retrospect, the number 1 player in that super draft from 2 years ago? He's a gun. He's an absolute
Go through
gun.
who was it?
Well, it was Lawler, O'Sullivan, Jagger Smith, Smiley. There's about 7 Richmond players in the top.
Yeah, that's right.
But none are as good as Murphy Reid. I can tell you that much.
I think he's leading right now.
Oh,
I think the others have potential to be just as good.
yeah, that's fair.
I think
But-
if Lawler had a good crack at a good run,
Yeah,
He's still, I
he'd
think
give it a
he's-
nudge.
He still looks like the number 1 with the
Yeah.
most talent,
I agree.
but Reid is
Killing it.
killing it.
Interesting.
Fair.
They dropped Mason Cox for skinny Sean Darcy. He looks back. Oh, he looks a lot more fitter. You know, he's had a bit of a stint in the waffle, kicked a goal. Is this the way forward? Is Mason Cox? Yes, you've done well as a fill-in, second ruckman. Is
I
that him?
I don't know why
Outs.
you can't alternate between the two.
I reckon the spot's still open.
Can you have
Yeah.
Can you have 3 in the same team though? Jackson
You
Cox.
can't
No,
have
no,
three.
no, no. You'd have Luke Jackson as your best player ever in the history of Fremantle, other than Matthew Pavlich. And then you alternate your games with
Cox and Darcy.
Well, alternate, and then but we're talking when it gets to finals.
You're
Who
probably
are
going.
you going?
you'd go.
I'm going Cox.
I'd go Cox.
Oh.
Cox. He's at least he's mobile. Sean Darcy's not mobile.
Well,
Experienced head at finals
If
now,
Fremantle,
and he could have a 2018 performance.
if Freo win the premiership and Darcy's not
Shut
in the
up.
team,
Stop talking Collingwood. Sorry, Andrew.
Remember that night?
shut up.
That was a good night against Richmond.
Yeah, that was a great night. If Fremantle win a flag and Darcy's not selected, surely Darcy then explores the trade market and says, "I'm out."
Okay, where would he go?
Well, tell it.
Well,
Maybe us with Nank on his final legs. Maybe.
but Cox, surely he's in his final year.
Well, that too. But Darcy,
They got him across to play this role to fill in if Darcy is,
not right.
not right,
Mhm.
and he's doing the job right.
But now that he is right, and he's obviously done a pretty hard mid pre-season to get himself fit, if he gets dropped for a final for Cox, I don't think Darcy stays.
disgruntled?
Oh, absolutely be disgruntled. He'll leave.
No,
Interesting.
watch this space. All right, boys, let's get to our tips for this weekend. We've got a real good one.
No bias. You know
yes,
what?
True.
Thank God.
I might actually finally watch a fair amount of AFL football this weekend. I've been sort of lacking over the last couple of weekends. Geelong and Brisbane on Thursday night down there in Geelong, GMHBA Stadium. It's a tough one.
Geelong did beat Brisbane pretty comfortably at the Gabba, but that's when Brisbane weren't firing.
I'm going Geelong just because it's Geelong.
Stuart,
In Geelong.
I'm going Brisbane. I think they're going too well right now.
Stuart and Smith are back for Geelong from all
Are they?
reports, so Geelong.
All right, let's go Sydney and the Bulldogs. That's
This
another
is
good one at the
important.
SCG.
Ooh. Sydney.
You got to go
Although
Sydney.
Bulldogs are coming off a bye. They're going to be fresh.
You just sort of
Hey, Bonds had a week off. He could come out unbelievably
Yep.
well.
Dogs
yeah.
have always done well against
Well, he
Sydney
played
without
well
winning.
2 weeks ago.
They
Yeah.
always play close games, these two teams.
Yeah.
I get a feeling that the Bulldogs could pull it out, but I'm not going to tip them.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
the
tip
same.
Sydney because
Yeah.
you've got to keep
They got to
a level
bounce
head.
back.
We move on to this one's an easy one: West Coast and Adelaide.
Is it though?
I don't think it's easy as what you think it
Yeah.
should be.
Surely Adelaide.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
if Adelaide
you'd
are
think.
genuine, they win. But West Coast at home, have been a lot more competitive against even good teams rather than the bottom teams. But Adelaide.
I'm going Adelaide.
Adelaide, Hawthorn, and Melbourne.
In
Down in
Tassie.
Tassie. So
Hawthorn.
that's a tough.
We don't like
Melbourne
we
don't like
no.
play anywhere outside the G, so Hawthorn.
It's funny because you would think that Mount Buller link and the
We don't
cold
play
weather,
in Mount Buller, you muppet. The
The
supporters
link.
go there.
I'm sure there's.
Although, to be fair, we train at Casey. That place is pretty bloody windy.
It's cold. Yeah.
It's on the way to Mount Buller, sort of.
Good one.
Out that way.
Yeah, look, we've had a week. Sure.
Yeah.
East-ish.
Sure.
Bit
Sure,
more
Pete.
southeast, Casey. isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Ah.
Yeah, out Frankston way.
Hawthorn.
Yeah, but we could win though.
I hope you do, to be honest.
Did it-
Screw Hawthorn.
At the start, did you knock him off at the
I'm
G?
going for you
did
in this
beat
one,
him.
Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going for you in this
we're
one.
undefeated at the G.
I'm tipping
Yeah, true.
Hawthorn, but I'm going for you.
Thanks, mate. Oh,
I'll
I'm
throw my
going to tip
support.
Melbourne. I'm putting my hand up for Melbourne.
I'll go Hawthorn, but I want Melbourne to win. GWS and the Dockers.
Dockers, Freo.
At Marnico in Canberra. GWS
Doesn't
do
matter.
like it there.
It's a
Doesn't
different
matter.
climate
This
that
is
Fremantle
one of
used
those
to.
rounds where they're playing in all the regional
I don't like
sort of
it.
places.
Fremantle.
We move on to this is the one that's got a bit of juice to it, and I'm not just saying that. The Suns and Collingwood, because the Suns have got to come out and fire. Collingwood, if they're any good and they're going to make a run into September, they've just got to bank this win.
Well, if the Suns are any good, they have to
That
bank
too.
this win.
That's what I mean.
I think the Suns' depth of midfield, because you mentioned how good Dacos and the goal have been. If there's one area Gold Coast can exploit Collingwood, it's the depth in midfield that they've got.
But you know who's going really, really well, who hasn't been talked about? Allen, who's locking down players.
Well, he might have a job on Rowell or an Anderson.
Who would he get sent to? Anderson?
He's probably more Rowell-ish, Ed Allen, bigger body.
Yeah.
Of course, last year they played a ripping game, which went right down to the wire as well. Similar
This is
time of
always a
year.
good game, this one.
Last chance to win Gold Coast. They lose this, I reckon they don't even make the top 10.
I'm tipping Collingwood.
Yeah, Collingwood.
Ooh, there we go. Richmond and Carlton. Carlton just
I really want you guys to win this one.
Hey, we nearly beat. If Tomlin's kicked straight in that opening game, I know that was under the Michael Voss regime.
He hasn't kicked straight all year, mate.
He hasn't played much this year, to be frank.
Exactly.
No,
Could you do what you did last year to Carlton in the round one when you weren't meant to win a game?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
burst their bubble like you did last year.
Would be nice. Oh, it'd be great if we could knock them off. They've got real cocky, real quickly, Carlton supporters. But no, I can't say. I think Carlton will win. In a close game, though.
A lot of games to get through here. Essendon, not used to it. Essendon and St Kilda. Essendon.
This is just a pointless game.
We didn't even really talk about Essendon. They are horrible.
They're really
We
bad.
talked too much about North.
Yeah, they're going to be lucky. They would be lucky to win another game this year.
Agreed.
But they're playing.
not winning another game.
But they're playing a St Kilda team that they've had the bye, but they've had a lot of injuries in that with DeConey out, Sinclair out, to name a few. But at Marvel, St Kilda.
Port and North Melbourne.
Port.
I'm
Port.
going North.
Not Port.
Oh,
Port.
at Adelaide
Oh.
Oval. After what North dished up when they were last time at Adelaide Oval, I'm going Port.
Port.
Yeah, no, that's
Port.
fair.
I'm going Adelaide. Sorry, I'm going.
Well, you
North.
have to. You
going
have
North
to
after
go
how
for
much
North
I've talked
Melbourne.
about.
Yeah.
He's gonna tip them on that through Sporting Club.
Yeah, I want to see
can
those
feel
tips.
it.
When
Yeah.
you get the view tips. I don't have a Sporting Club. No, you can't see.
Can't you?
No,
No,
not
you
a Sporting
Can't
Club.
see other people's. No.
Yeah,
No.
okay, fair enough. All right, fellas, another good round of AFL football and plenty more good ones to come because now, like you mentioned at the top,
No buys.
more buys.
Yeah.
We are all happy with that. Although, actually, I just want to talk about it. Is that the way forward? We haven't talked about this new fixture that has come out with the 4 options, with pool stages.
No, please don't.
What you don't?
I
I
don't like it.
I don't hate the pool stage theory.
I'm sorry. Please.
You're not.
elaborate.
So the AFL have gone to work, and with the 19th team coming in a couple of years, they're looking at changing the draw, and they're trying to make it as
Sure, they have
fair
to.
as possible. They have to. And there's one theory where each team plays each other once, then splits into a 3-game or a 4-team pool. So 3 games your team would play. I'm guessing first would get 15th because the bottom 3 would be 16th. 17, 18, 19. Yeah, the bottom 3 apparently go into their own.
Those play each other because
They
no
play
one
each
cares
other.
about them.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
that
I
could
mean,
be for your draft picks, couldn't it? Because then you have to win to get your number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
So the bottom finishing team's still going to get third, which is still a nice return. But then if they win that, they get the top draft pick. So they're actually playing for something, which we've always wanted. The draft picks actually, we don't want tanking. So that would make that
Know
all
about
interesting. Yeah, that would make actually those games really interesting. And then maybe throw in something else. Maybe they get they get two first rounders or something, the winning team of that pool, whatever it is. And then they go into the other teams playoff in pools. And
I think, isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7? It'll be
I don't know
in order.
I don't know.
It won't be like 1 versus 16th.
You don't reckon?
No.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
That's such a pointless.
It's going to be top 4, next 4. It'll be that way.
I like that.
Why? How are you going to get winners then to play off in finals after that?
Well, because then you'll sort out finals positions.
Do you have to win your pool? How would you?
No.
How do you progress from the pool stage?
I think it's not about progress. I don't think it's a progression thing. It's just the games still count within the ladder, the overall ladder.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate that either.
No, I don't hate that. That I don't mind, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I tell you,
So they're the teams that you play.
The
twice.
one that I heard was a little tournament, like with the NBA.
Yeah, I
do.
don't like that.
No, that can't happen.
The NBL have tried that as well.
Yeah.
That it didn't quite make sense
No.
to me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But I like the pool. The pools.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I approve.
You don't want to finish bottom 3 though.
Sports juice
No.
tick of approval.
Yes. Anyway, it's going to be interesting going forward.
Before we move on from AFL, we do have some comments from some fans.
There we go.
Jeff Devison, not sure if AFL is a good brand anymore, becomes so confusing.
Well, the umpiring didn't help on Saturday night for Jeff. I'm with you.
Look, there's current. I won't go into it in full, but there's one current umpire who's getting games at the moment who's not up to standard.
Come on.
Don't name
Come
names.
on.
I actually don't know their name.
What number?
I actually don't know
Oh,
their number.
That's all well and good, mate, but that
Just
doesn't help
name it like
anyone.
that.
If you read between the lines, you're going to be able to tell who I mean.
okay. Next question.
One,
I don't know their number or their name.
sure.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha. The Keys Leisure Centre.
Oh, here
Thank
we
you,
go.
guys. Give us your Brownlow Smokies.
Degoe now.
Smoky.
Jordan Dawson.
Billy Frampton.
Um,
I'm throwing Degoe up. That's a realistic one.
it was Luke Jackson. Well, I'd probably go
Is-
down the same path. Luke Jackson, just because a ruckman
Yeah.
doesn't normally win it, but
Is Dawson a smoky? Does he count as a smoky? Because he missed so
he
much.
missed the games. I think
Yeah.
that's why
So
you would
that's a
put him in that
smoky.
category.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be going to Luke Jackson as well.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like all those suggestions.
Beautiful. What's next, Peter?
We're going on to the World Cup, and
Oh.
the Aussies, they progressed from the group stages.
Default.
Well, the thing about that is that Neil all suited both teams.
Oh, both teams were all happy with a point.
But Australia wanted it more. We played better than them.
First half, we played them off the park.
Yeah.
But when I say we played them off the park, we didn't create many great opportunities.
Mm.
We're just a better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Are
agree
we
with that.
too defensively?
100% we
Like,
are.
There's because I didn't watch much of the game because I was at work. Oh no, sorry, I didn't watch any of the game. I was at work. From what I saw, there was not much offensive productivity at all.
No.
There were chances, yes, but
Minimal.
like a severe lack of.
Going back to your first question of are we too defensive? I actually like the way we set up.
Well, yeah,
I
but
like parking
is that-
the bus. We've got Irukunda with speed. Like the counter suits us.
But don't play Irakun as a striker. He's not a
Yeah.
striker. He is a winger. He is
Yeah.
not
Well,
a number 9.
You actually came up with a good
He-
theory on Saturday.
he-
So what would you be your starting? Because
Touré's got to be up front.
Toure up front.
Toure is an out-and-out striker.
He's my striker in
And
Super-
Irukunda
in-
on the wing.
Irakun on the wing. Or at
Who's
the,
on the other one?
Well,
Metcalf?
you got to go the winning formula from the Turkey game
Mhm.
with Metcalf. But Volpato played so well, and the combination between
Oh,
him
yeah.
and Boss
Yeah,
was
unbelievable.
very, very good. So it'd be
Mm.
very hard to leave out Volpato what we saw. So I don't know if Irakunda can play on the other wing, Volpato on the right,
Mhm.
in combination with Boss. Because, even Boss, that's not his natural position, but he had to play with Italiano out for the rest of the tournament with the injury.
You got to mention Aiden O'Neill's performance as well. He was very good.
He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, Jackson Irvine, that was an interesting selection.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Mhm.
I think if the soccer is net a goal, he scores goals. He scores a goal. He's more of a scoring threat than Ocon, O'Neill.
the thing, he was one of our threats only because Australia were trying to cross the ball so much. With Irukunda as our striker,
And that's what I mean. He's not a striker.
he's a midget.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. And crossing the ball made no sense whatsoever.
To answer your question about sorry being too defensive, against Egypt coming up.
Oh, you're going to have to be.
Egypt, no, we do not. Egypt's back four is slow. I want to see the Socceroos put their front foot forward. They can score goals against this Egyptian team.
If we do push forward and we don't park the bus, would that allow Mo Salah and Mamouche to have less ball? Obviously.
Well, there's the risk.
That's the risk.
That, of course, is the risk. But, Mo Salah, his fitness is under question because he did a hammy. Well, he went off midway through the second half against their last game against Iran.
Which ended in a 1-1.
And they weren't convincing. Iran had a goal disallowed, which could have got them to jump to second in their group. So Egypt are gettable.
It's a winnable game. In fact, if you look
Yeah.
through the possibilities of all of Australia's games,
I actually saw that today.
they're almost all winnable. I'm telling you right now.
We've got Argentina next.
Yeah.
Is it? But
No.
the other possible outcome, is it actually Argentina?
It's
It's
Argentina
going to be Argentina.
versus Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Cape Verde are not beating Argentina. Pete.
maybe Cape Verde just got my eye.
They're not beating Argentina. So, look, if the Socceroos get through, which there's every chance they can, it'll be a repeat of 4 years ago when we played Argentina and we pushed them all the way, losing that one 2-1. But, Egypt, let's hope Mo Salah isn't 100% fit because we know what he's capable of despite his in his twilight years of his career. You mentioned Marmouche. He's a very, very good player, but
You didn't rate him.
I don't rate him, no.
I like what he's done for City.
But he hasn't even been City starting team. That's why they got Semenyo.
Oh, well, when you've got Haaland.
Yeah, but Semenyo's ahead of Marmouche. Marmouche is not that good. I don't think this Egypt team. Going back to your original point, please, Tony Popovic.
It's winnable. Well, you have to win.
Attack,
It's not. We're not in the group stages now. You have to win.
Yeah.
No, it either comes down to penalty shootout,
No, we
or
don't
you
want
try
that.
to score a full-time goal. So, 4 a.m. Saturday morning.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely in.
Are you actually going to be awake for this one?
Yes, no concerts.
There you go.
No concerts for this one. We go through some of the other results this morning. We had Canada beat South Africa
1-0, the first of the elimination
That goal
games.
was quite late, wasn't it?
It was very late, injury time, but they had a couple of. Well, there was one penalty that wasn't given in the second half, which I could not believe. I'm not sure what the referee or the VAR was saying. Look, to South Africa's credit, I don't think anyone expected them to get through their group with Mexico, South Korea, and Czech Republic. So for them to make it this far was a big effort. But Canada, look, they got the job done. But, because of this tournament, you're going to see a lot of nations in this elimination stage of the tournament who, in other World Cups, probably wouldn't have made it.
There. Yep,
So,
absolutely.
At least they're through.
But we got a juicy one tomorrow morning. Brazil, Japan. I don't mind
That'd
it.
be a good game.
Japan have
should
been
be
very
That'd
good.
be a cool
They have
game.
been really good.
What time is that on?
3 a.m.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah. After this.
Possibly.
Stay up the whole time.
Brazil have got better with each game. They had the 1-1 draw against Morocco. The other two wins were easy kills, but all their gun players like Cunha, Vinicius Jr., they were starting to deliver. So I think Brazil will start favourites, but Japan so far this tournament have shown that they can play against the big boys.
Talking about some the matchups that are going to be here a little bit, I guess.
One-sided.
Teams that
Potential.
don't belong in the 32. Paraguay, Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
We did
Win
only
pretty
get
comfortably.
a nil draw against them, but we'll brush past that. Netherlands and Morocco.
Oh, no, Morocco.
Morocco from the last World Cup.
But Netherlands have probably been up there with the best performed teams. If you just look at all the teams in the group stages, they were very, very impressive with the Netherlands. In fact, they haven't lost a World Cup game I've read since 2010. Well, they've lost games, but they've been knocked out either in penalties or extra time. So in 90 minutes, they've been a very solid team, and they've played some bloody good football in this World Cup too. So Netherlands should win, but Morocco are very capable.
We're not going to go through all the future games, but the one banana peel game that I can really see is England.
First Congo. Wow. England haven't been great.
Is it coming home?
Mate,
No, it's not, because they haven't been very
Because
good
they're going to
at
lose
all.
to Congo.
No, they're not going to lose to Congo.
you can't call it I can't say it.
Banana peel
You can't
game.
call it a banana peel game against Congo
Why not?
because it's just not
The
appropriate.
connotations, Pete.
Oh.
Come on, be better. Be better. No, look, England should get through in this game. They should get through, but they're not playing their best.
Banana peel game, mate.
Yeah, we know. But I tell you, if you're really looking at the absolute best of these games in this round of 32, France versus Sweden's going to be very good. two European nations. You think France should be too strong because, with Mbappe and their plethora of attacking talent. Belgium, Senegal will be interesting. Belgium weren't very convincing in their group. I know they thumped New Zealand to finish top of their group, but Senegal are a very, very good side. USA, it would be very funny if they lose to Bosnia. They shouldn't. I don't think they will. But after all the cockiness they've shown, we saw a bit of a slip up in their last game against Turkey where they lost 3-2 in the group stages. They would want to make that count. And probably the other one of real note is Portugal-Croatia. That will be very, very interesting because both those teams have got a lot of world-class players, veteran players, Ronaldo on the Portuguese side, of course, and Luka Modric on the Croatian side. That will be a very, very interesting game. But I wouldn't be surprised if Croatia could pull off a big upset.
Absolutely. And like I said, we look forward to Saturday at 4 a.m.
Are our predictions for who's going to win, are they staying the same?
France.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who'd I go?
No changing.
You said Spain?
Spain or France?
I'm going Argentina.
Argentina.
I think
Messi.
Messi's just playing so damn well.
Yeah, but he's... Oh, well, he's probably going to have an
Who
easy...
have they played against?
They haven't beaten much, let's be honest. Their group was very easy. They had Algeria, Jordan, the third team escapes me. But, he's probably going to dominate coming up against Cape Verde. He's probably going to dominate against the Socceroos.
I hope you're right. Because that
yeah, I know. Yeah,
my little investment of Messi's signature is just going up and up right now, and I do want him to go.
Andrew, you sell out.
Australia top over some Argentinian small bloke. Yeah, it's
Let's move on to NRL, and the Eels went down to the Rabbitohs on last Thursday night. Seems a long time ago now.
Eels suck. Rabbitohs.
Move on.
Tell the Rabbitohs though. That's without. I know Parramatta's not much, but considering they've had no Latrell Mitchell, they've had injuries galore. If they get everything right, I reckon they're a darkie to jump and make a crack at September.
I haven't kept across it enough. Is Mitchell going to be available for State of Origin? No.
He's, yeah.
That's the only chance New South Wales have of winning.
And I think New South Wales made 6 changes, which they announced yesterday.
Okay. We should get that up.
Look at that up. Anyway, no. South Sydney. I think they're going to be a dark horse. If they can get all their players back, I think they are still capable of testing the best.
All right. Titans went down to the Bulldogs. Once again, move on.
No surprise.
No surprises there. Broncos and the Roosters. Once again, no surprise there. 24-18.
Well, the Broncos were 16-12 up at half time, but that's 7 losses in the trot. They're cooked. I said it last week they were cooked, and unfortunately, even though they played really well in the first half, second half the Roosters blew them out of the park.
Dolphins continue on their winning ways, 26-24 over the Warriors, which is once again another good win.
Some are saying this is the best game of the season. How good it was. These are two top teams, and the Dolphins, even though they've got players out due to Origin commitments, they are they've been the surprise packers this season.
Cowboys over the Panthers. That's
2 losses in a row. Penrith.
That was the Palmer game right there.
Yeah, well, no, my palm was blown.
Was it? Who'd you go?
I think I didn't tip Canterbury.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. No,
in hindsight, because I'm pretty sure I went the Bulldogs. In hindsight, not so tough, but in the moment, you're sort of like, ooh, Titans at home. Anyway, so yeah, that was my Palmer done when the Panthers lost to the Cowboys. And also in this game, Storm going down 30-4 to the Sea Eagles.
No, Jerome Hughes. And I tell you what, it's scary. Every time Jerome Hughes is out of this side,
we say it every week.
They're not the same, but Manly, they're flying. And they're probably up there with the Dolphins and the Warriors for Penrith's biggest challenges. They're playing some really good rugby.
Raiders beat the Dragons 24-16.
No surprise.
No surprise. And the Knights over the West Tigers 12-6.
Yeah, you said the weather in Sydney. It was absolutely bucketing. There was only 1 try scored in the first half, which was the Tigers, and to Newcastle's credit, they haven't scored 2 in the second half. But I don't know considering there's been a dry spell in a lot of places around the country, it was absolutely bucketing down in Newcastle. But yeah, West Tigers, they're done. They're not making finals.
Let's move on to F1. And Sammy, you were up for this one, so was I. At the
half of it.
Austrian Grand Prix. Well, actually, throughout the whole race, it was a damn good race to watch. In fact, the start was a bit better than the finish. The finish was very good, but because if you have a look at the time differences between Russell, Verstappen, and Antonelli, there's only 2 seconds between them all. So it was a very, very good finish.
I reckon prior to that virtual safety car going out, Kimi was looking to win in this race.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Mercedes called it early. They got him in, but
To the pits.
one lap too
lap
early.
Too early. Yeah.
He had an ordinary start.
Oh,
He
it
was off
was
the track
so
3
bad.
times in the first
The
2 laps.
first couple of off-track incidents, they weren't actually his fault. He was actually pushed off.
Yep.
But it was an average start for him, unfortunately.
Is it a bit like Piastri? Now that he's the leader of the pack, he's got a decent gap, still a long way to go. It's a different pressure. It's a different mentality. Being the hunter, or the hunted rather than the hunter.
And you've got George Russell breathing down your neck as well.
And he had a good win, first win since Australia.
Mm-hmm.
He's only good when he starts up front.
Mm-hmm.
If he has to chase, he doesn't like chasing. He's awesome at maintaining his tyres.
Yep.
Very, very good at doing that. But if he has to chase, he's useless.
Yeah.
And he was probably lucky to get the pole position on Saturday with the whole virtual safety car debacle.
Yep.
We got to talk about Oscar Piastri's performance because I think
He raced well.
fourth was a damn good result
He
for
started
him in a car.
fifth or sixth?
Sixth. Or was it seventh? There was Lando and he was behind Lando. So yeah, no, he was seventh. I'm pretty sure.
So no, he raced really well.
He got Lando in the first lap, which was
I know you were celebrating that.
Yeah, added to all the
fake celebration, but that's okay.
Fake? What? I like Oscar more than Lando. I just like Lando as well.
A little part of you died inside when you saw that maneuver.
No, I like Oscar more than Lando.
But I tell you what.
No, I just hope that Lando didn't drop too far back in the pack, which he sort of did.
But not just that, the battle with the two Ferraris.
Yeah, no, and that's
that was unbelievable.
That's the way that's why I have to rate. This is one of his. Well, I think it's the best performance of the season. For me, just because he held off two Ferraris in finishing fourth. He obviously his car is not up to scratch compared to the other guys, and he's still maintaining to get points throughout this season and keeping himself in the battle. Apparently, there's a couple of upgrades that are coming for the McLaren team. A couple of upgrades are coming for some of the others as well. So they should be better in because it's Great Britain, Silverstone. That's it. Next week, so. I don't know. He's holding himself in there.
I have a theory. He's actually one of our listeners, and he's been listening to my theory.